Fuck corporate rock. Don't need it.
Don't need it.
Major labels, not good.
Find a quiet place and just have some people talk about Stiff. So if you want to share your thoughts about him, any stories about him, anything, whatever you want to say about this occasion, about Stiff in general, go ahead.
I think it's a perfect way to memorial his
You're going to have to talk over the guitar player.
Yeah. I don't know, it's so hard. You know what I was thinking?
It's a shock. It is a shock that Stiff is gone. I mean, he was always the life of the party. He was always the party. Always.
You could always hear his voice.
Yeah.
When you walked into a room,
yeah,
and there were 100 people in the room,
you
could always hear
Stiff's
Stiff's voice carrying over the top of everything.
Yeah.
He was
quite a character. He was fun. Heidi had a real personal relationship with him, so she's more familiar with him than I was. I just knew him through being signed by him, but I've met him and been to some of his parties, and they were great. I mean, should I tell him the one story? No, wait, no, you don't need to waste tape on that.
I can tell you this, that Stiff was the pioneer of punk rock
yes,
in this area.
Yes,
he was,
that for sure. He definitely brought punk back to us.
The reason St. Pete has a scene, the reason St. Pete is known for punk rock is because of Stiff. I mean, that is...
He is. He
gave bands the reason to start, the reason to keep going. Because what if just by chance Stiff signed us, and I think he had a lot to do with a lot of bands that even got started in this area. But on a personal note, he was the kindest, gentlest, big mouth. Kind, gentle soul that would just do anything for you. He would do anything that you asked of him as a friend. I told him 7 years ago, I was like, Stiff, I'm thinking about starting my own record label. I think that it's something I'm being called to do. I'd really love to do it. It was when Stiff had stopped putting records out. And he looked at me and he said, Heidi, you can have my entire distro. No, not, well, hey Heidi, you can buy my distro. It was, hey Heidi,
have it.
Here is my entire distro that I worked on for years and years and years. Here it is. You can have it to get your record label started. That is the kind of person that he was. Just kind, not self-centered, not pompous, not...
See, people, no, everybody has a bad side. Everybody has a bad day. And that's why you hear the comments being refrained out there that they were making on the microphone. Let's not go there. They say, trying to make it look like Stiff had a really bad dark side, but he didn't. And that's what's, everybody's like trying to hide something. It's like, what are you trying to hide? Stiff never did anything wrong. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, he promoted and helped punk rock come back. I mean, punk rock died with what, the Ramones, and we had what, the Ramones, and what was the other funny one? It wasn't Spiral Gyro, that's jazz, I think, but the other guy, I forget the other guys that we used to listen to back in the 80s. I mean, and then punk rock just went away. Next thing you know, I get a call from Steph and wants me to come on tour with these guys, and I met them, and I loved them, and I heard the CD, and I liked the music, and she said, you got 10 days till Stiff comes to see you, and I learned that CD, and I was nervous as heck, but I played it, and he said, you're hired. I was like, yay, and I got to tour with these guys for a couple of years. It was great. We did up a year and a half, 2 years. It was a lot. It was cool. We got to record more sound, which was phenomenal. That's when I've known Jim since I started taking drum lessons as a little girl at 12 years old at Thoroughbred. He used to work in the Guitar Center. Now he owns More Sound, and Stiff got us in there to record, and that was awesome.
But on a personal note, I would just like to say that he's going to be sorely missed. He was telling me just the other day that he was hoping I would go out to Gandy Beach with him and just sit and laugh at the rednecks all day, because that's what he liked to do on Sundays. And we were looking forward to doing that, and we didn't get a chance to. So I am going to go tomorrow, and I'm going to park my ass on a lawn chair at Gandy Beach.
I'm going to wear my cowgirl hat, and I'm going to come up and say, how y'all doing with my Confederate bikini.
Just do what he liked to do on Sundays. So, but thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you.